I'm quite excited today because finally I've got something a bit different to tell you and share with you today. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into Bitcoin and let me tell you what I'm doing. As you may know, we've gone long down there and I'm really happy with that long and I'm still holding that long. What was the number one thing that I did? I moved my stop loss to break-even point. I'm on break-even right now. I've taken some partial profits. I am 0% at risk, so I'm not stressing. Next, I've also gone short. I told you in yesterday's video, well, no, actually, I haven't gone short yet. I'm waiting to go short, but I'm about to. This is the area where I would ideally like to go short. Now, why? Why do I want to go short? For a few reasons. One is this one, is that we, first off, haven't made it yet to our 0.618 level, which is the most important level when we're speaking about Fibonacci retracement. We haven't hit it yet. We also, what am I waiting for? I would love, honestly, would make my day if we hit my special number 0.702. I have made a video on why I use this number. And if we went above this recent high and did the exact same thing that made me go long here, grab some liquidity. If we just got some sort of wick up, absorbed and closed the candle below this low, I would go short. Another reason why I want to go short, but I haven't done it yet, okay, because that's the key point, I haven't gone short yet, is, you know, I love my fixed range volume profiles, so I'm going to trace you one like this. Where is the value area high? Exactly. So basically on this exact high. That's why if we get this push up, take this liquidity, I would be very happy. In fact, right now, what is happening right now is we've done a retest, we've broken the point of control, we're doing a retest. I wouldn't be shocked if we went around here. Regardless, if I get stopped out, okay, let me just show you now, what would my trade look like? Something like this. And even we usually go with a 2% stop loss when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum. You don't need a 2% stop loss in this case scenario. If you want to be really safe, I think even 1.5 is plenty. It's actually quite a lot. I think 1.4 would be decent. And then, okay, yes, I am holding my long here, which I'm still currently in, moved to break even, so I'm no longer at risk, with this take profit being up to 70k. Fine. With this one, what I'm going to do is put my take profit down to 61k. Why? Because I'm not a wizard. I can't know 100% where the price is going. What I can do is take good entry points like we've done here, protect myself, which I've already done, and then take high probability trades. If you're trading a fixed range volume profile like we are doing now, I'm on the value area high. I've got the 0.618 level there, especially on top. If we grab some liquidity as well, I feel like I'm forced. I have to. My strategy tells me this is what I need to take. It's a high probability trade because yes, I can be very certain I've got a daily divergence. I'm bullish. Yes, cool. But a daily move, a weekly move, you know, daily can take 10 to 15 days. Weekly can take 30 days, you know, to play out. What I'm saying is I might take this trade. We might get a crazy push down to the value area low, and everyone knows why I want to go long in this area. We would grab quite a lot of liquidity. It's the top side of this accumulation range, which was the birthplace for this push up. What else? We've got a 0.618 level exactly on our value area low. You know, we've got quite a few things at 61k that makes me want to go long. So like I was telling you, even when we were here, I want to get stopped out. Ideally, what I would love the most was if we lost this, we came down and then we went short. What I couldn't do was randomly decide to just go short in some random place like here, No, that doesn't really make any sense. Or like here, no. What makes sense is if we go above this little high, if we go up to the value area high, and then take a trade going all the way down to the value area low, that makes sense. Now, next, we're also going to turn on our indicators right now. You've got access to these. Please do remember, completely for free. We have created them over the span of 5 years, and in the descriptions box, you can get first off, you'll find a link that takes you to our Telegram, where you can send a message to our support team and get access to these indicators. You will also get access to a completely free course I have created. What's important about this? On the 4-hourly time frame, it's worth not ignoring. We're making higher highs on the RSI, yet lower highs on price action. That's a bearish divergence. Yes, I am bullish. Yes, I do think we can go up to 70k. I can't ignore this. Okay, I physically can't. We are in a high reaction zone. We are in a place where it's make or break. I'm already in a long, so if this trade gets stopped out, I'm fine. I'm chilling. Okay. We can go down to the 1-hourly time frame, and you're actually going to see, if you've seen yesterday's video, you will actually see exactly what I mean. You get these little liquidity things, okay? And that's how you're going to be able to take some of the best trades. It's easy, it's visual, it's clear. In fact, I think this was a fairly good entry point, which we got on the 15-minute time frame, if I'm not wrong. Yes, look, this is a prime example of what I'm looking for. You see this white line, this dotted line that's going all the way across, that says liquidity. What do I want to see? I want to see this, a wick go down and then close the candle above this white line. And then what else do I want to see? I want to see this little bubble. I'm sure you can see it. And this little X. Exactly that is what I want to see happening. What would make my day if we see it exactly there. You see it says liquidity. That's what I want to see. There, I would go short. Really, really happy. Okay? That's it. There's nothing more for me to say. That's regarding Bitcoin. Actually, that's a very big lie. We've got the 1-hourly smart trend, which is still purple, which means we can prioritize short positions, at least for the time being. And no, before you insult our indicators, this is not an exponential moving average. The exponential moving average is this gray line. This is the smart trend. That's something completely different. If you don't know what the smart trend is, ask me in the comments and I will tell you very happily. Ethereum is doing some fairly nice stuff as well. We are also somewhere which looks all right for us to take a trade. Let's look. We are currently on the 0.618 level. Ideally, if I do think that Bitcoin's going to get that little push up, I would kind of like to see Ethereum do the same thing. Take this liquidity, go to my magic number 0.702, grab a little bit of liquidity, do that little thing I just showed you, and then get a push down. I would kind of like to take a trade. Now, Ethereum's looking stronger than Bitcoin. Let me also tell you why I would like to take a trade if we do make it all the way above this level. Let me show you with a fixed range volume profile, since you know I really like them. And let me hide this for 2 seconds. What can you see? You can see the blue line, which is the value area high. It's basically the exact same setup as Bitcoin. I want to see a liquidity grab above these highs, touch the value area high, make it to my special number, and then I might potentially look for a trade down. Now, a trade down up until where? This is where I'm not so happy if, I wouldn't be so happy if Ethereum did it. We have a very good trade setup. Okay, we have a very high probability place for Ethereum to make it. I don't know if you can tell, okay, I'm on the 4-hourly time frame, and I'm going to turn on our multi-time frame fair value gaps. Turn on the daily time frame gaps, okay? So why am I a little bit scared? Because this is a really good place to take a trade. Why am I saying this? we've got a breaker order block. So this was an order block which got broken, and it's virgin. It hasn't been tested yet. As you may know, fair value gaps, order blocks, breaker order blocks, inverted fair value gaps, all of those things. The first test is always going to be the strongest one. It's always going to be, well, yeah, the best trade that you can take. It's virgin. We've got a 4 hourly fair value gap in there as well, inside that breaker order block. We've got a daily fair value gap inside that area as well. And then, look, the value area low is inside that as well. And then, do you know what's even worse? And we've got the 0.618, our golden pocket, inside that area as well. So I do not really want to see Ethereum doing this. I do not think Ethereum should be doing this. Okay, we're gonna go down the timeframes, and I'm gonna show you some more local stuff that I think is a bit more likely to happen. This would be a very high probability trade. If I see Ethereum, no matter what, at 1,675, I am gonna go long, whether you like it or not, for the reasons I've just told you. It's a very high probability trade for all of those things. Let's first off, let me tell you where I wouldn't like to see Ethereum cross. Where would be my first be careful sort of place? I'm going to trace fixed range volume profile of this whole price action of everything, the previous range and the range which we are currently in. Look, value area low is basically, so what happened is that we left this range, we abandoned it, and then we got access, we got let inside the macro range. We've done a bullish retest, retest, and then now we're moving away. This is a very important place. It's the value area low. We've gotten acceptance into this whole range, which is a very big place. It's a very big area. It's a very big move for Ethereum. What would be the number one thing that would scare me, that would make me think, oh shit, if we lost this, if we lost 1,835. Now, you might see, yes, we've got a bit of liquidity down there and another level there. Again, same sort of thing. If we get a push down, Bitcoin also gets a push down. But that's the very key point. BUT, something like this happens. We get wicks going all the way down, but they get absorbed. We take this liquidity and we close. That's the important thing. Please write this down, pay attention, whatever you want. If we close the candle above this level, above the value area high on the 4 hourly time frame, good. Bueno, that's really good. If not, if we start closing candles outside of the value of this value area low and we start consolidating outside it, that's not so good. Looking more locally, okay, looking more on the smaller time frames, let's delete this. Let's trace again fixed range volume profile of this more local area, and let's drop down, let's say for example 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, and I'm going to hide our indicators for 2 seconds. What can we see? We were saying Ethereum was inside some sort of accumulation range right there, which is why, you know, it would make sense in the short term to see Ethereum somewhere around 1,868. Why? Because it's the point of control, which we were fighting, broke out of. We might as well do a retest to the top side of this range, more or less, which is also the point of control. That's kind of where I would be waiting for Ethereum if we want to be bullish. So number one step for Ethereum, please don't lose 1,868. If we lose this, please don't lose that other level I just told you. And then if things really start to cascade down, then we know the next area is going to be 1,663. That's going to be the next place for us to look for a really good long. Turn on our indicators again really briefly. We can see a very similar setup. If I'm not wrong, yes. Higher highs, RSI, lower highs, price action. We do have a bearish divergence, which I cannot ignore. I feel obliged to make a video and tell you that's my job. That's what I'm here to do. That's basically it. This is going to sum up my analysis for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section if you want to learn more about how you can use our indicators, and if you've got any questions, any doubts, or any issues, as long as it's regarding trading, because I'm not your therapist. Thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.